saw that too. I'm like, I guess you are welcome to join me or not. Okay. Good. All right, cool. I love it. Cool. Ready to wake you up?
Good morning, and welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Society. We are grateful to gather on this beautiful morning, both in person and online, for a time of inspiration, reflection, and connection. Whether you join us today with joy in your heart, weighted with burdens, or searching for meaningful connections, we are glad that you are here. I'm the Reverend Diana Smith, the minister of the Unitarian Universalist Society, and my pronouns are she and her. I'm a somewhat tall white woman in my mid-40s with short, curly white and brown hair, purple glasses, a green robe, and a multicolored stole standing in UUS's pulpit at the front of our sanctuary. Our sanctuary is filling with people of many ages, and through the window walls of our sanctuary, we can see that it is a beautiful, clear summer day. We know, because many of us have just come in from outside, that it is also quite warm out there. As we gather, we give thanks for this land and for all who have cared for it over the centuries, particularly the Kickapoo, the Iowa, the Sauk and Meskwaki, and the Oceti-Sakowin nations. As people of many ages, races, genders, sexual orientations, classes, abilities, and health statuses, we know how important it is to be a radically welcoming spiritual community. And as Unitarian Universalists, our faith expresses our core value of love through how we agree to be together and to support each other. We're guided by the shared principles, sources, and values of our living religious tradition. This morning, as we celebrate water communion, ingathering, and the beginning of a new school year, we'll be noticing how love, the value that is at the center of our faith, gathers us in and connects us all. If you're newer to our congregation, we invite you to learn more about us after the service. For those who are here in person, you can talk to a greeter in the atrium or pretty much anyone around you. For those of you who are online, there's a link to a visitor form in the YouTube notes that will let us connect with you. And so now, to help us gather ourselves together, let's join our voices in singing We Shall Be Known. Xinghui Liu, our staff pianist, and Brenda Lindley, a member, and our new religious education coordinator, Leah Kaminsky, will be joining us. Sorry, I should say Leah Kaminsky is our new religious education coordinator, to make that clear. I kind of blended that together. Many of you know Leah from growing up in this congregation, and she was one of our camp counselors this summer. So Leah and Brenda and Xinghui will lead us.
And we're going to try this in the version we learned, which was a cappella. So we're going to run through it one time, and then we'll maybe run through it one more time, and then we'll teach it to you. Sound good? All right, here we go. Ready? We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. All right, want to try it with us, or should we do it one more? You join us as you feel comfortable. How about that? We're going to run through it at least 2 more times. Sound good? All right, ready? We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle around to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. It is time we lead ourselves into the well. It is time now, and what a time to be alive. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. One more time. We shall be known by the company we keep, by the ones who circle round to tend these fires. We shall be known by the ones who sow and reap the seeds of change alive from deep within the earth. It is time now, it is time now that we thrive. turning we shall learn to lead in love. In this great turning we shall learn to lead in love. Beautiful, thank you.
Hello, I'm Gray Lindley. I'm a short 15-year-old, and my pronouns are they and them. As Unitarian Universalists, we light a flame within a chalice as a symbol of sanctuary and safety, to unite us in our worship and to remind us of our ongoing search for the light of truth. Please join me in saying our chalice lighting words as... Does somebody want to light the chalice? Aria? As Aria lights our chalice. Life is a gift for which we are grateful. We gather in community to celebrate the wonder and mystery of this great gift. So let us now kindle the flame of our liberal religious heritage and renew our covenant of mutual love and care. Love is our doctrine. The quest for truth is our sacrament, and service is our prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, and to serve those in need. This we promise, this we covenant, with life and one another. Each week, we light a candle for justice and healing, to acknowledge our interdependence with the natural world and with all members of the global community, especially the most vulnerable. We light this candle so that we may now not be numbed to injustice and trauma, but rather find strength, courage, and love as we work in solidarity with others for liberation, justice, and healing. Together, we create resilience and hope. Today, as we light this candle, we're particularly mindful to the lives lost to the wildfire in Maui. As I light this candle, let's hold a time of silence to listen to our hearts and bodies, or perhaps to lift up prayers.
Good morning. My name is Nick Kaplan. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm the grateful director of Lifespan Religious Education here at UUS. For our Time for All Ages today, we have a story, and I'm gonna sit and show the storybook this direction because those of you out here will be able to see it on our screens. But if anybody did want to get up closer to the pictures, you'd be welcome to come join us. All right. So our story today is The Big Umbrella by Amy June Bates, co-written by Juniper Bates. The Big Umbrella. By the front door, there is an umbrella. You see it? It has a face. That is funny. It is big. Look how big that umbrella is, so big. It does look bigger than a house in that picture. Yeah, perspective, that's right. It is a big, friendly umbrella. See, it's so friendly. Look at that smile. It likes to help. Do any of you like to help? No. Oh, I know you do. Yeah. We do. We have lots of helpers. It likes to spread its arms wide. It loves to give shelter. It loves to gather people in. Look how many people are under that umbrella. 4, yeah. 4 people are under that umbrella. That's a big umbrella. It doesn't matter if you're tall. Look at those legs. Or hairy. Yeah. Or plaid. So it doesn't matter if you're tall or hairy or plaid. It doesn't matter how many legs you have. Look who's coming to join them now. Some people worry that there won't be enough room under the big umbrella. But look at how big it is. You feel like it grows every time somebody comes in. That sounds right. Sounds like something else I know. But the amazing thing is, there is. Look, it kept growing and made room for all of those people and creatures. There is always room. Well, it looks like it's maybe not raining anymore, huh? But there is always room. Thank you so much for listening to our story. If you'd like to go back to different seats, you're welcome to do that, or you're welcome to stay on the cushions. But we'll be doing the next part of service now.
Oh, okay. All right. So one of those things about that umbrella is that there was some rain in that story. And rain is water. And interestingly, we all come from water. Life began in the oceans. Babies are cradled in amniotic fluid, a kind of water, before they're born. And our bodies are actually made mostly of water. Everything that lives needs water, from the smallest bugs to the plants that create the air we breathe and that feed us, to the largest whale. The water that we have today is the same water that we've had for thousands of years, and it connects us to the past, the future, and to all of life in amazing ways. In fact, water is life. From the beginning, humans have built our homes and communities near water. We're drawn to water, and we're drawn together by water. Like water that moves through the water cycle, scattering into rain, streams, oceans, clouds, becoming part of plants and animals, and cycling again to come back together in new ways, we humans are separate, and we come back together. And so, each year, as congregations come back together for the beginning of the school year and the congregational year, after summers where we've gone in our separate directions, many Unitarian Universalist congregations participate in a ritual of water communion. We each pour water that is meaningful to us into a bowl. The water that each person adds mingles with other water, reflecting how our lives intertwine, giving us deeper and richer, more fluid, and more fun life. Today, we'll once again be celebrating our water communion from many locations. But as we do so, we know that we are connected by water, by air, by fire, by earth, and by spirit, and that we are all participating in this ritual together. If you're participating in this service online and have an empty bowl and a full glass of water, please move them in front of you now. And so, as we begin our water communion here in the sanctuary, I will start with an empty glass of water, this cup that has no water in it. If you have a bowl that's empty at home, I invite you to pick it up. We start this way because even as we add water that is precious to us to our bowls wherever we are mindful of those who don't have enough water, those who must travel miles in search of water. We're mindful of people who are enduring treacherous treks across arid lands, forced into ever more dangerous, dry paths in their search for safety along this country's southern border. And we're mindful of those who face worsening water shortages, including many here in Iowa, and those who suffer from floods and hurricanes, including those in the southwestern U.S. today, all of which have been made worse by climate chaos. And so we begin with this empty glass of water, and we pause to remember them and the wholeness of humanity. And then we'll begin by adding some water to this bowl by pouring some water from last year's water communion. Each year, we're now saving water from this ritual, showing how, while the congregation changes each year, we are always connected to the congregations that have been here before. And next, we will all, wherever we are, pour water into our bowls, whether we're at home or gathered here at UUS. As we do so, may the water mingling in the bowl remind us that our beloved community is a place where we share the flow of our hearts and our lives with one another. May we share the fountains of our joys, the wells of our griefs, the wonder of our growth and our strength. May we guide one another through the rapids of transformation and storms that come upon us unexpectedly, and rest together in ponds of stillness. If you're here in the sanctuary, I invite you to come forward and either pour in water that you brought with you, or from this pitcher, some of our rainwater that's been filtered through the ground and then drawn back up for us. Please come forward and be part of this joining. It is all connected. In Unitarian Universalist congregations, all power and authority comes through the congregation and is bestowed upon leaders, ordained, elected, or appointed to carry out services or ministries for the good of the whole. This is what we call congregational polity, a term that means the power and authority comes from the congregation rather than being handed down from a higher or overarching authority. And this is why Unitarian Universalist ministers are ordained by congregations rather than by bishops. This is also why, when leaders begin serving in other roles, we often have ceremonies of covenanting or commissioning. These are times when a congregation and the leaders acknowledge the significance, the theological, as well as administrative significance of what is happening. Today, when we are formally bestowing upon this congregation's chosen lay leaders the authority that they need to carry out the works that we have assigned them. This commissioning service is an opportunity to give our blessings to the ministries these people will provide in the coming year and to affirm their sense of calling in the roles they claim and to which you have elected them as leaders. It is also a moment when we acknowledge the covenant that we enter into together. Covenants form the basis of Unitarian Universalism, as many of you have heard me say quite often. They're a way of saying to whom and for what we want to be accountable, how we want to be with one another, and often some of the fundamental principles for our actions. They can also tell us about what we aspire to be together and to be for one another. Our covenants and what we covenant for fundamentally define us as Unitarian Universalists, and they give us the space to engage in our spiritual work that defines this as a faith community, a congregation, a society. These leaders need our blessing if they are to do what this congregation has asked them to do. They need our affirmation and our support, for they are very human, yet they have entered into the ministry of leadership for all of our sakes. These, then, are the people that this congregation has elected to be the Board of Trustees for the Unitarian Universalist Society. Please come to the front of the sanctuary as your name is called. Jeff Wahlberg, Mike Pavlich, Christine Etler, Diana Henry, and Rochelle Honey Arcement and Monique DiCarlo are not able to be with us in person today, but are here with us online and in spirit. Okay, here, you take one and pass it down. These, then, are the people that you have called to serve. Will the members of the congregation please join in saying the words for the service of commissioning that will be appearing on your screen? Those are on the other side. We, the members, members of the board, you are charged with keeping sight of the big picture, holding our vision, honoring our past, cultivating community, and guiding us toward our future. Are you ready and willing to accept this charge?
We are.
And do you, the members and friends of this congregation, affirm these elected leaders as volunteers who need your support, your participation, and your appreciation, as well as your caring and concern? Please say, we do. Grateful for your willingness to take on the responsibilities of leadership in our community, we affirm your calling and vow to support your ministry of leadership in every way that we can. We encourage you to take care of yourselves as you take care of us, and to remember that you are part of this community even while you lead us. In response to, and as a sign of this affirmation of your call to service, I invite each of you to pour water into this bowl as a symbol of your commitment to uphold the common good of our congregation, each of your contributions mingling with others to create one strong body. May your service be a blessing to you and to life.
How we give, what we do with our lives, our time, and our resources is a reflection of our values. In response to the abundance we are blessed with, every week this congregation donates generously to organizations in the community whose work aligns with our values and principles. Our community partner agency this month is the Center for Worker Justice. The Center for Worker Justice's priority issues include defending workers' right to proper payment and safe work, improving housing options for low-income residents, confronting discrimination, and ensuring equal access to community services, and providing assistance to those affected by immigration policies. In the sanctuary, the ushers will collect the offering, or you can follow the instructions on the screen for how to give online. All cash contributions go directly to our community partner agency. In addition to assisting our community partner, you may contribute towards your pledge to our society or contribute to the congregation to provide additional support for our operating expenses. You may also contribute by check, using the memo line to designate the purpose. The offering is a sign of commitment to this free congregation, which is almost completely supported by the generosity of all who join us. As we give and receive the offering, may we be transformed by our giving, and may the world be transformed by our gifts. And now, our offertory comes to us from Emma's Revolution, which will be giving a concert here at UUS this Saturday night, August 26th at 7 p.m. We hope you'll come.
We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection, it be my crime. In humility, I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. Some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. On this journey through thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart, I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to band together and be my guide, loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
ask all of our students, all of our educators, no matter your age or where you learn or teach, to rise in body and spirit and look around. All of our educators, all of our students, as you look around, seeing people you know and people you don't looking back at you, know that we are sending you into the year with our blessings and our love. That as you begin the adventure of the school year, we are with you. We are cheering you on as you learn to read or as you explore iambic pentameter. We see you working hard, and we see you being a friend. If you haven't already, please bring your backpack or satchel or briefcase or whatever may be. Please bring it forward. If your bag isn't here with you today, I invite you to imagine placing it among the others. You're welcome to come forward and place your invisible bag as well. When you've brought your bag forward, you can stay at the front if you like for our blessing, or you can go back to your seat. Either way.
Wonderful. Okay, so what are some things that folks are hoping for in this coming year? Some energy? Yeah. Some connection? Field trips! Field trips are awesome. Yeah. Experiential learning for the win. Yeah. Other things we're hoping for. Fun and lunch and patience and patience. And recess, time to play. These are wonderful things to be hoping for. Yes, PE, time to use our bodies and stretch and learn and grow in new ways. So as you begin this new part of your journey, carrying these backpacks, bags, and satchels with you on your way, may you remember today, and may you feel the warmth of your community. This congregation holding you with love and support. When the new places and people feel scary, overwhelming, and exciting, and you're not sure what to do, who to talk to, where to sit, may you remember who you are and that we love you and rejoice in you, unique, beautiful you. This year, may you have fun, learn a lot, be curious, and grow in ways you can hardly imagine. May you play and dance, paint and sing, find patience and energy, find new friends and new passions. May you find friendly classmates, teachers, and connection. May you experience wonder and awe, sharing what you find. May you know joy and laughter. May you know a comforting presence when you're lonely or unsure. May the world be yours to explore and discover. May you seek to be compassionate towards everyone, and may the bag that you bring with you be strong, helping you carry what you need, including the love and embrace that embraces you today. Be blessed. Amen. And now, please come forward and pick a tag to attach to your backpack to remember today. Okay, and then you can grab your backpack and head it back. You can take your backpack and head back, or you can leave it up here for the rest of the service and get it later. Nick and Leah, come on up and get a. So Nick and Leah both have backpack tags for you. So go and pick one. So we invite you to pick one. Yeah, Alan, thank you. Try talking.
Oh, sorry. Closing. Nurturing gratitude and how we understand and express interdependence is part of how we live into our Unitarian Universalist faith. May what has been shared today help us more fully affirm our interconnection and live into love and justice. Immediately after the service, we will be gathering in the fellowship hall and outside for an ice cream social, games, conversation, and community. Our discussion questions, which you may want to chat about during coffee hour, are: how are you feeling as the new school and congregational year begins? What does this time of year mean in your life? And now, to close our service today, we will sing Blue Boat Home. Please rise in body and spirit as you are able. Please join me in the words for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. All these we carry in our hearts and in our minds until we are together again.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, sometimes we get a little nervous and discombobulated, and it's okay. You, surprise, surprise, you can clean wax off of candle extinguishers. Yes, so all is well. All is well. As you go out into the world this day and this week, may you remember that all is well. That few mistakes are ones that we cannot correct by just picking a little bit of wax off of a piece of metal, that it will be okay. May you also remember that we are all connected, that the water flows between all of us, and that love gathers us in wherever we are and however we feel. Go in peace, love, and justice, living love ever more fully and fiercely into this world. Amen, and blessed, blessed be.
Water, carry me down, rock me in your arms, sail me on by the river downs, take me with the wind, guided by the moon, sing to me a sweet, clear water tune. In winter she's safe beneath her shade, where work parties gather to paint her toad ahead, to clean her bow to stern and down below. Soon she will be ready with the melting ice and snow. Water, carry me down, rock me in your arms, sail me on by the river towns, take me with the wind, guided by the moon, sing to me a sweet, clear water tune. Swans return as the ice recedes, beckoning the blossoms, awakening the seeds, bending on the sails, we're nearly through. Springtime we push off the dock and sail downstream to you. Water, carry me down, rock me in your arms, sail me on by the river towns, take me with the wind, guided by the moon, sing to me a sweet, clear water tune. Through the osprey's eyes, navigating the skies, water flows from mountain to the sea. Though I live miles away, I can always say our Hudson River sloop still calls to me. Lives Pete Seeger's dream each time she sails, inspiring folks with songs, enchanting them with tales. Ancient water touches all our lives. Keep our water sacred, and we will all survive. Water, carry Sail me on by the river sounds, take me with the wind, guided by the moon. Sing to me, sweet, clear water, water, carry me down. Rock me in your arms, sail me on by the river towns, take me with the wind, guided by the moon. Sing to me, sweet, clear water tune. Sing to me a sweet, clear water tune.